This is my old aluminum case computer, and it's fairly noisy with those little fans blowing, so that's another reason why I'm planning on upgrading my case to this new Ultra M988. Also, with the upgrade, I'll be putting in a Cooler Master power supply, 800 watts, and took away the front panel where there's a fan in there. And also, these are my 3 hard drives, and I labeled them, and hopefully I'll be able to put it back together and without any problem. Before starting, I have this static guard that I put on my my arm, but you can dismantle the computer parts without this, but you need to keep touching the metal case every time to take the static out of your body. Well, I got most of the hard drive and all the power cords out. One of the trick things that I've noticed is this little lead wires that goes to the front, the reset power cord to turn on and off the computer from the front. So hopefully I can also always trace that and connect it correctly. And the only thing now that I need to do is take the CD DVD driver out and take the motherboard out, and we're good to go. Okay, so far this is all the parts that I have taken from the old computer, and I didn't realize how dusty the old computer can get. So one of the things that I've been doing is cleaning it up a little bit, and make sure don't create any kind of static or it'll ruin your motherboard. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and load what I have that's taken from my old computer to the new computer. The Ultra. Be back in a minute. Looks very, very nice. So I'm going to take the side out, side cover, and install some of the hardwares I've taken out from the old computer and install it in this one. Okay, so far I got the 3 hard drive installed. Had a little hard time trying to get this case open, and I still haven't figured out how to open the front case panel here, where they said it's so easy to do, but actually it's not. Okay, I finally installed the DVD players, and I used the same screws that I took it out of because it screws on there a lot easier than the ones that come with this case. So it's going to be covered anyway, and nobody would ever see that different screws over here. One is bronze and or stainless steel, and the other one is black over here. So that's going to be covered, like I said, and hardly noticeable. That's one thing good about building your own case or upgrading your case. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Okay, I got the other side of the panel taken out, and looking at this case, it's a solid case, but it's not one of those cases that you could do a quick swap, because once I put the back panel off, not the back panel but the side cover on, it's going to hide everything. And if you're going to do like replace one of the DVD, let's say, to a Blu-ray, you have to take the whole thing apart again, and as you can see, I have to screw the back side, the right side of the DVD in this slot here, which isn't very easily accessible. So, but so far the case itself is well built, if that's what you're looking for. I was looking for something that I could easily install other components. One of the things that is mentioned here, that the plate for the motherboard comes out easy enough. The documentation is not one of the best I've seen. Well, I haven't seen many, but this isn't one of them. Taking the front panel, I haven't figured that out yet. And I hate to take everything apart and destroy the cover on the front. And taking the expansion slot to slide your DVD or whatever, this breaks off instead of slip off, which to me is I don't know. I would prefer for it to slip off rather than break off. You have to break one of these things off or spin it out and take it off. And once it's off, you can't really put it back on there. So I think it's a little waste. See right there? And for me to pop this cover on, to take this, let's say I'm trying to put a different optical drive here, it's hard to get into. It's really flush in here, and you can't really put your finger in there and take that off. So it's a good price, but since this is my first build, I can't really say what other cases have to offer. Hopefully this lasts me a while, but it's actually very exciting to find out what you can, how these things work out, you know, and hopefully I can modify it to my need if I want to change the motherboard. Finally finished tighten up all the screws to hold the optical drive and the three hard disks that I got. And this time I'm going to install a new power supply. It's a Cooler Master Silent Pro Gold 800 watt. It's a 80 plus gold. So like I said, I haven't done this before, but there's always a first time. What I intend to do is have a very neat looking. I hate for all the wires to be coming out. As you can see from the old computer, we have all these wires going all over the place, and hopefully, and also there's the motherboard I'll be transferring once I install this new power supply to the new case. Alright, well, I got the power supply on. One thing nice about this case, finally, is that actually the top comes off. And as you can see, the installation for a power supply is really easy. So that's on there tight. It's not going anywhere. Next is the motherboard. This motherboard attachment actually slide out. So okay, it still looks pretty good. The only thing that I have a problem with is that the DVD, I have to lower everything, so the wires or the connectors that they put on that came with the unit is too short, so I have to lower both of these DVDs down. And now that I remove the cover plate on these, it's useless. This is what I'm talking about. You have to break this apart. Now that they're off, you can't put it on there. So to me, it's a good case. One of the other thing is the front pan has a very short connector on the back, to hook it up on the motherboard, and I don't think I'll be I don't know if I would recommend this board or not, but it looks pretty nice, and everything went in easy if you know what you're doing. But for a first time build, I would suggest to look something else. Alright, well, this is the case with my old components in it. One of the reasons I bought it is for me to be able to mod it in later on if I want to, and also it's supposed to be quiet, but there is a hum in there, but I still don't have the side door in there that might help it to be more quieter. So I had it running now for a little while, making sure nothing is going wrong with it. And the power strip or the power cord that they're talking about is work as promised, that work as advertised. The Cooler Master is working excellent. 3 hard drive, disk drive, 2 optical is doing well. One of the things that this unit has talk about is this fan over here. I mean, there's a front fan, 120 millimeter, with a filter on it, but the filter is not easily accessible to clean. And also the front cover, it's difficult for me to take off. And like I said, if you're a new person trying to upgrade your case, this might not be the one to start out with, because there is so many little glitches that went on while I was installing. Okay, I'm going to tighten up all the bolts. The drawback on this unit is the optical drives and the hard disk. They're not very easily accessible. You have to take this whole unit out. It's really not for modding, to me anyway. I was hoping it'd be like a cartridge, like you just put one. My old case have one of these that you can just install a 5-inch or a 5.5 or a 3.5 optical or hard disk, and just install it on the computer itself, and that works really well. This one don't have that. So okay, I'm going to tidy it up and put all the covers on it and run it one more time. But the fan is a little quiet compared to the one I had, so hopefully by the time I put the case in. One thing I want to point out, that I only have to use one power cord for a SATA hard disk into the power strip, and the rest of the power goes to the motherboard, and the auxiliary power goes to the motherboard. That's basically it. To power all this with one cord, that's pretty good to me anyway. That eliminates a lot of the other cords that you really don't need to use. Alright, I just want to point that out. Finished product. Well, finally finished my new case, and all the parts are running. They're talking about very quiet. It's not quiet to me. Would I recommend this product? Probably not.